Alright, hello guys. So today we are in the WSIM 172 and we're gonna do a flight with
Cap
the
061 for weather information. Listen to the
let's wait for the ATC here.
127.5.
We're gonna do a flight with SayIntentions.AI. That's only in the US, so I am at an airport in the US. It's called Truckee. And we have a Little Navmap VR for all the frequencies, etc, etc. We can see also the frequencies here. I've set up a route from Truckee Tehu. Oh man, that's loud, all that sound. But I can't change it here now, so that's okay. We're going to Carson, then to what's it called? Reno Tahoe International. We're gonna touch and go at Carson, at Reno Tahoe International, touch and go, and then back here to Truckee for some pattern work. So let's see how it works with the AI ATC. The call sign is November 3142 Alpha, Cessna November 3142 Alpha. That's us. We have to squawk 1200 1200, so I'm gonna set that to on and out. That should be set there. Already got the ATIS frequency, so we're gonna listen to the ATIS frequency here.
E approaches are in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Uniform, okay.
Truckee information uniform. Automated weather is currently out of service. Instrument flight rule approaches are in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Alright, so we're going to ground 118.3, so I'm gonna set that one, well, let's change it here.
Is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform. Truckee information uniform.
Here we go.
Automated weather is currently out of service. Instrument flight rule.
Yeah, we know that. And then tower is 120575. 120575. Alright, 120 and then 575. That's a lot of turning on these small knobs, but alright. Get used to the GTN 750.
Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo, hold short of taxiway Lima, traffic on final approach.
575, that's set. And we're gonna depart to the east. Truckee ground, Cessna November 3142 Alpha, ready to taxi VFR departure to the east. So it's thinking here. Okay, what it says here is not always correct. There it
Cessna 42 Alpha, Truckee ground taxi to runway 20 via Quebec Golf contact tower on 120.575 when ready for departure.
Taxi to runway 20 via Quebec Golf contact tower on 120.575 and ready for departure. Cessna 3142 Alpha. Alright. Let's go. So, runway 20. And then it's Golf, Quebec. And then we're going here. So it's to the right, and then to 02. Alright, that's set. Taxi light can come on. The rest of the lights are on. Alright, so parking brake. released.
Taxi to runway
Clear on the left.
14 via taxiway Charlie. Contact tower at 128.5. Skyhawk 58 Sierra Tango. Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray Papa, proceed to runway 28 via taxiways Echo and Foxtrot. Proceeding to runway 28 via Echo and Foxtrot, Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray Papa.
We're flying in a livery of SayIntentions.
Comanche November 771 medium Alpha.
Let's stay on the taxi track. Alright, here we go.
Remain close traffic.
Golf.
Falcon 762 Foxtrot, Romeo cross
Golf.
runway 22, contact ground on 121.9. Crossing runway 22, contacting ground on 121.9, Falcon 762 Foxtrot, Romeo. Comanche 1 Juliet Alpha Portsmouth ground taxi to runway 16 via Alpha hold short of runway 16. Contact tower on 128.4 when ready for departure. Right traffic.
It's amazing. Those are real people talking to the AI ATC. It's amazing how detailed everything is. But we'll find out soon enough. Right, so we're gonna switch to the tower. Tower frequency is set. Stop here so we can see the final for runway 02. Alright, so 02 we're gonna fly here, do a right hand turn out and then pick up the track. Alright. Turkey Tower, Cessna November 3142 Alpha ready for departure runway 02. And it takes about 2 seconds or more before you get a response, so you have to be patient.
Cessna 42 Alpha Truckee Tower, runway 20, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, Cessna 3142 Alpha. Alright, here we go. Line up and wait.
Cessna 42 Alpha winds 269er at 6 runway 20, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Cessna 42 Alpha. Right, we don't need flaps for takeoff. We got plenty of runway ahead. Lean a little bit for the altitude here, we're already at 6,000 feet. Alright, airspeed is alive. 40, 60. And raising the nose. Okay, so I think we're gonna do a turn over left and overhead the airfield. It's just VFR flying, guys.
Citation 4, tree Mike Whiskey, hold short of runway 6 traffic on final.
Holding short of runway 36, citation 4, tree Mike Whiskey.
90 degrees more. Okay, let's go.
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta, enter right downwind, runway 15, report 3 mile final.
Right downwind, runway 15, will report 3 mile final, Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray make, left traffic runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Making left traffic runway 18, cleared for takeoff, Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
Trim the aircraft for a climb to 8,000 feet. Right. Center is 127.905, so we're gonna set that frequency already in the 127.905. To the left, alright, 127.905. Oh, come on, you can do it. 127.905.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray, turn right, heading 240, contact departure.
Right to 240, contact departure, Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
Diamond Tree, 71 Bravo Charlie, make a tree 60 degree turn to the right for spacing.
Making a tree 60 degree right turn, Diamond Tree, 71 Bravo Charlie.
Let's go to this lower part, as you won't climb. Oh man. Trying everything, but... Alright, here we go. Just cleared this mountain. And then we're gonna turn back. One normal heading. It's not the way it should be, but then again. Alright.
Tower, Skyhawk 580 Sierra Tango, holding short runway 14. With information, Oscar, ready for departure to the northeast at 3,500.
Alright, so...
Skyhawk 8 Sierra Tango Naples Tower, runway 14, line up and wait.
Cessna November 3142 Alpha, request frequency change to center. Cessna 3142 Alpha, request frequency change to center. Okay.
Skyhawk 8 Sierra Tango, wind 050 at 17. Runway 14 cleared for takeoff.
Okay, we're just gonna change. Center Cessna November 3142 Alpha with you 9000 feet en route to Carson Kilo Charlie X-ray Papa.
Cessna 42 Alpha NorCal approach, roger truckee, altimeter 29901.
29901 Cessna 42 Alpha. Alright, so 29901 and that's set here, yep.
Cessna 42 Alpha NorCal approach, roger truckee, altimeter 29901.
Truckee altimeter 29901 Cessna 42 Alpha. Well, it's easy with FS Desktop to see your window for say intentions, so you can have the frequencies here also, and but I'm not sure if I can see all the other frequencies, but I can find them here on Little Navmap, so that's good. And we can read everything here for our readbacks, what the ATC is saying. Oh, I'm descending a little bit too much. Here we go again. Alright, so we are approaching Carson. So I'm gonna ask to switch to Carson. Okay, so 6.5 miles. I think I can see Carson already there in the distance. It's a single runway. Alright, so probably somewhere over there. Yep. Not sure. KCXP. Alright. So, tower frequency at Carson. Comms, it is Unicom, is 12300. Alright, 12300. There we go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Zero. There we go. And then we're gonna do a descent. I think we're gonna go over left. Alright, because we're so close now. And then we're gonna do a approach on runway 09. Alright. I think that's Carson there. Yep. Or we can do the other way around, do the 2.7. Yeah, we're gonna go for the 2.7. Not sure what the wind is here. Let's see. Best runway 09. Alright, 09. Okay, so we're gonna circle around and do a 09 touch and go. Center November 42 Alpha, request to switch to Carson Unicom for touch and go.
Taxi ground, Skyhawk November 871 Alpha, requesting VFR clearance to 7,500 feet to Reno.
Skyhawk 71 Alpha, NorCal approach. Contact ground on 118.3 for clearance.
Say again for 42 Alpha.
Cessna 42 Alpha, switch to Carson Unicom 122.9 or 5. Advise if you want flight following.
Switching Carson Unicom 122.9 or 5. 42 Alpha. 122.9 or 5, 122.9 or 5. Alright, so 122.9 or 5. 9 or 5, okay, so we gotta do that.
Cessna 42 Alpha, switch to Carson Unicom 122.9 or 5. Advise if you want flight following.
Switching to Carson Unicom 122.9 or 5 and we'll go Cessna 42 Alpha. One to 295. Carson Unicom Cessna 42 Alpha, downwind, runway 09, touch and go. Alright, so here we go. Let's close this one. We can do the touch and go. There's the airport. There's a mountain. Don't fly into the mountain. Alright, flaps. I think we do a flaps 10, touch and go. Retract the flaps and go around again. 65. Alright, and now we're gonna turn to final. Carson traffic, Cessna 42 Alpha, turning final, touch and go, runway 09, Carson traffic. Very slowly. Flaps coming up. Oh, full throttle, Mike, come on. Alright, and then say left turn out through this valley and then on our way to Reno. Okay, we're gonna switch back to center. And we're going to Taurino. TKRNO. Or what is it? KR Kilo Romeo November Oscar. Alright. Norcal approach, Cessna 42 Alpha, 5,500 feet climbing, 7,000 feet en route to Kilo Romeo November Oscar.
Cessna 42 Alpha NorCal approach, roger Truckee, altimeter 29901.
Truckee altimeter 29901, Cessna 42 Alpha. So 342 is the heading that we need to go, but we have to clear those mountains first. So I'm gonna set the heading to approximately 342, somewhere here. And then we're gonna cross the mountains over there. And then come back up the track. Norcal approach, Cessna 42 Alpha, request VFR flight following to Kilo Romeo November Oscar.
Cessna 42 Alpha Squawk 6003 and ident.
Squawking 6003 and ident November 42 Alpha. 6003, let's see, 6003 and ident. If I can get the ident to work here, it doesn't get it. Ah! Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go. This was on the other side. My bad.
Cessna 42 Alpha radar contact at 6,400 feet, Truckee altimeter 29901.
Roger, radar contact Cessna 42 Alpha. So let's see, we're going to the left turn, don't climb too much, and then we're going back to track. Alright, so direct to K.
Cessna 42 Alpha Squawk 6003 and ident.
Squawking 6003, identing Cessna 42 Alpha. Okay. RNO.
Cessna 42 Alpha, contact NorCal approach on 119.2.
NorCal approach on 119.2, Cessna 42 Alpha. 119.2, 119. Switching.
Cessna 42 Alpha radar contact, expect vectors for the visual approach to Reno.
Roger, radar contact, expecting vectors for visual approach to Reno, Cessna 42 Alpha. Nice. Nice, this works great, guys.
Cessna 42 Alpha NorCal approach, Roger Carson, altimeter 29901.
Carson, altimeter 29901, Cessna 42 Alpha. Thank you. This is amazing. And this is for VFR only, but I think this is the future for offline AI ATC. I'm used to pilot to ATC, but this is great. This sounds good, and well, this is the beta, so I'm only in here for a day.
American 1877 traffic at 11 o'clock and 10 miles westbound, 5,400 for 2,000 is a 757, expect to follow.
Amazing. So we got the 11 miles from our next NorCal approach, Cessna 42 Alpha, request the active runway for Reno. I think it's 3.5, but I'm not sure. Let's see.
Cessna 42 Alpha Reno, altimeter 29901.
Reno, altimeter 29901, Cessna 42 Alpha. So let's see the 3.5 left. 3.5 left and 3.5 right. Alright, so we're going for the 3.5. Left. And NorCal approach, Cessna 42 Alpha, request vectors for visual approach, runway 35 left at Reno, 42 Alpha. I got the runway the runway inside. Let's see what he does.
Cessna 42 Alpha Fly heading 350 descend and maintain 6500, expect vectors for visual approach to runway 35 left at Reno.
Fly heading 350, descend and maintain 6500, expect vectors for visual approach to runway 35 left at Reno. Cessna 42 Alpha. Three five left, alright, 350, alright, here we go. Descend 6500, so we're gonna descend. Don't fly me into a mountain.
JetBlue 183 traffic departing runway 27, climb and maintain 7000, turn left heading 210.
So Reno Tower is 1187, so let's set that one in. 118. Cessna 42 Alpha, requested touch and go 35 left.
Cessna 42 Alpha, contact Reno Tower on 118.7 when ready.
Tower on 118.7, Cessna 42 Alpha. Thank you for the service. Bye bye. Reno Tower, Cessna. Oh, sorry. Alright. Still thinking. Reno Tower, Cessna 42 Alpha on base for touch and go runway 35 left.
Cessna 42 Alpha, Reno Tower, report midfield downwind each time. Cessna 42 Alpha, runway 26 cleared for the option.
Runway 26 clear for the option. Cessna 42 Alpha. So 26, so that's the other way around, so we have to do a midfield. And then 26, so we have to fly around it. Right. That's not what we asked for. But alright.
Runway 14 cleared for takeoff. We are VFR to Flint. Not cleared for, or not requesting close traffic. 07 Kilo Romeo.
Contact departure 17. -15, November 871 Alpha. Bye.
Alright, so let's see
Tower, came to the 956. Are we clear for takeoff yet on 22 blade?
Cessna 42 is midfield downwind, runway 26 for touch and go. Alright, let's see, here we go, and then we're gonna turn final here at this mountain. This hill over the highway. All right. Say again for Cessna 42 Alpha. Cessna 42 Alpha. Cleared for the option, runway 26. And Tower Cessna 42 Alpha, just for your information, after that touch and go we'll be heading south to Truckee. Cessna 42 Alpha.
Beechcraft 9001 Bravo, maintain current heading traffic at your 12 o'clock.
Maintaining current heading, Beechcraft 9001 Bravo.
Rotate. Alright, here we go. Reno Tower, Cessna 42 Alpha, cancel landing intentions. We'll be heading south to Truckee. Thank you for the service. Bye bye. Oh, come on. So we're going back, but we have to fly around these mountains, otherwise we won't make it. So we're going back to Kilo Tango Romeo Tango. So we're going to Kilo Tango Romeo Tango. No. KTR Kilo, Romeo Kilo. Alright, Romeo Kilo. Okay, there we go, Truckee. Enter, enter.
Bonanza 964 Foxtrot Alpha 2, hold short of runway 12 traffic on final.
Right. It didn't say that, but okay, so we can squawk 1200 again. No. One. No. 1, 2, 0, 0. No. 1, 2, 0, 0. There we go. And it's just a very local flight until we go back to Truckee. Well, the frequency was approved, so we're going to set a 13445.
Cessna 42 Alpha negative radar contact. Please verify your squawking 600 tree and your transponder is set to mode C.
Okay, yep. Oh, well, 6003. Oh no. Good, it's checking everything, so 6003 ident. November 42 Alpha squawking 6003 and identing.
Cessna 42 Alpha contact NorCal approach on 119.2. Have a good evening.
NorCal approach on 119.2 and good evening, bye bye. 119.2. There we go again. NorCal approach, Cessna 42 Alpha, squawking 6003, 7,000 feet. Let's have a look from the outside, because it's not saying anything. Ah, nice livery. Alright, that's beautiful. Beautiful area to fly in here. Say again for Cessna 42 Alpha? I didn't hear them.
Cessna 42 Alpha, you are cleared into the Reno class Charlie airspace. VFR altitudes, own navigation. Remain this frequency.
Cleared into the Reno class Charlie airspace, VFR altitudes, own navigations, and remaining on this frequency, Cessna 42 Alpha.
Transition approved. Skyhawk November 8 Alpha.
Ah, amazing! This is really good. So, to sum it up, it works. We got Little Navmap VR. That's nice to have. You can see all the traffic here. So I've got a general aviation mod also running, and we can see other players as well. Because I can see a B-73 there somewhere on the ground, because it's not moving. Alright, so, and I've got the SayIntentions window here on the left, which is quite handy with the FS desktop. So you need the FS desktop to see this window in VR. Otherwise you have to just listen to the radio like it is in real life. But for VR, these two maps or two windows are really great. I can put this one somewhere on the ceiling as well.
Cirrus 981 Tango, Mike descend to 2000, cleared
maybe
ILS 18.
that's easier, but I like to have it somewhere here. I can zoom it in
981 Tango Mike.
like this, so it's inside the cockpit and not halfway outside. So let's fly through this valley here, and then we will return back to Truckee. Just a little flight. Through the mountains, beautiful area to fly. So let's play with the ATC for a minute. Let's see what it can do. NorCal approach. It's pretty boring here for November 42 Alpha. Can you tell a aviation joke?
Cessna 42 Alpha, November 42 Alpha, I hear you, but let's keep the clear for operational communications. Enjoy the view out there.
Copy that, November 42 Alpha. Amazing. So no jokes from the ATC. Alright. So we're still slowly climbing. Let's
November 871 Alpha.
go to the left.
Requesting contact Reno Tower.
Skyhawk 71 Alpha, contact Reno Tower on 118.7. Skyhawk 71 Alpha, contact Reno Tower on 118.7.
118.7, have a good day, 71 Alpha. 118.7, have a good day, 71 Alpha.
Those are just other people flying here in the beta mode. I like this. I like this kind of AI ATC. You can fly anytime you want, and you have ATC responding to you, and you heard it. There was no time for jokes. Ah. So let's get the ADIS for Truckee. If there is ADIS, 11800, 11800. So let's change the frequency. Oh, a bit windy up here. 118. 0. Oh, let me put it in this one. It's easier, and then monitor part 2. 118. Oh, here we go. 118. 0. Here we go. And then come 2.
Struct ions. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform. Truckee information uniform. Automated weather is currently out of service. Instrument flight rule approaches are in use. Advise on course heading altitude and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
Still uniform,
Truckee
okay.
Information uniform.
Alright, we're gonna switch off COM2. So we're gonna call the tower on 120575. Oh, let's go. There is Truckee already. So that is 120575. Here we go. Oh man, that you have to change this all the time. Cessna 42 Alpha is approaching Truckee, request frequency change to tower. Still thinking.
Cessna 42 Alpha frequency change approved. Contact Carson Tower on 123.0.
Contact tower on 123.0. Cessna 42 Alpha. 123.0. There's another 123. Truckee Tower, Cessna 42 Alpha. think that's it. Come on, no, that's 1 2. No. We're gonna switch it back. 122 120575 120.
Navion 553 Alpha Bravo, maintain 3,500 traffic at your tree of Bonanza, same altitude.
Truckee Tower, Cessna November 42 Alpha, request touch and go.
Cessna 42 Alpha Truckee Tower, cleared for touch and go runway 20, report midfield downwind each time.
Cleared for touch and go, runway 20 and Wilco will report midfield downwind each time. Cessna 42 Alpha. Alright, so the 20 it is. That's that one. Okay, so we still have to descend. And Tower Cessna 42 Alpha, can you say the pattern direction? Flaps 10.
Cessna 42 Alpha, right close, traffic approved, runway 20.
Right close, traffic approved, runway 20 and Cessna 42 Alpha is on final for touch and go, runway 20. Right close traffic, alright. A bit of wind coming from the right.
Skyhawk 9001 Bravo, enter right base runway 22.
Right base runway 22, Skyhawk 9001 Bravo.
A little bit too low, adding a little bit of power. Keep it on the center line. Alright, close traffic, alright. Let's do that.
Skyhawk 9001 Bravo, extend upwind, I'll call your crosswind.
Extending upwind, awaiting crosswind call, Skyhawk 9001 Bravo.
West Tower, Skyhawk 580 Tango is 25 miles north. Is 30,500 inbound to land.
Alright, so we're gonna turn to the right over at the field and we'll call downwind for midfield.
Skyhawk 80 Tango Key West Tower, enter left downwind, runway 9er, report midfield downwind.
Left downwind for runway 9er, will report when midfield. Skyhawk 580 Tango.
Cessna 42 Alpha is midfield downwind for touch and go runway 20.
Cessna 42 Alpha runway 20 cleared for the option.
Cleared for the option, Cessna 42 Alpha.
Mustang 9er Kilo uniform 59, enter left downwind, expect landing clearance.
Entering left downwind, awaiting landing clearance, Mustang 9er Kilo uniform 59.
Skylane 422 Alpha Mike, turn left heading 280, maintain 2,000 feet, vectors for traffic.
Left turn, heading 280, maintain 2,000 feet, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
A little bit low this time. Cessna 42 Alpha, cancel the touch and go, it will be a full stop landing runway 20.
Cessna 42 Alpha runway 20 cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 20, Cessna 42 Alpha. Alright. Landing a bit long, but the airport is at the other side. Oh, we're floating. So, we go and taxi this way.
Bonanza November 64 Foxtrot Alpha 2, hold short of runway 30, traffic on final.
Right, so landing light comes off, on, strobe off, alright. Cessna 42 Alpha is clear of the active.
Cessna 42 Alpha taxi to parking via Alpha Golf, remain this frequency.
taxi to parking via Alpha Golf, Cessna 42 Alpha, remaining on this frequency. And Cessna 42 Alpha, can you tell me if there is coffee in the cafeteria today, or is it just milk and biscuits?
Cessna 42 Alpha for cafeteria information. Please check upon arrival at the FBO or airport terminal.
Roger that, Cessna 42 Alpha, and switching off. Thank you for your service, and bye-bye. Let's see how she responds to that. Nothing, I think. Oh yeah.
Cessna 42 Alpha, goodbye.
Right, so we're gonna switch off. Parking brake is set. That one goes off, and then the everything here goes off, and then the batteries go off. Right, let's close that one. Let's close Eva's desktop. Let's close everything here. Beacon light off. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Well, this was SayIntentions.AI. Just a little flight through the mountains, VFR. Really great. Really looking forward how this will develop in the future. For now it's just in the US. I wish it was worldwide. But maybe beyond ATC will go with VFR as well. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait for that. Because for us VFR pilots, sim pilots, this is a great option. This sounds really good. But yeah, it's US only, and I fly a lot in Europe because I'm from the Netherlands. So hopefully it will expand to the rest of the world as well, because it really sounds promising. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Let's have a look outside at this beautiful livery. So let me know in a comment below what you think of SayIntentions, if it's something for you for the future, or are you still waiting until it develops even further. This was a beta test. I will do another flight here in this area, because this is the training or the demo area. So I will do another flight later today and make another video about it, because I have 24 hours in this area to fly with SayIntentions. Alright, thanks guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.